Hello, Emma. Hello, Emma Kate. It's Miss Pam. I hope you girls are doing well today. Today we're going to have a lesson that kind of combines grammar and math. So what I need you girls to get for this lesson is the sheet that Miss Hannah put in your packet that looks like this. It says find and graph nouns, verbs, and adjectives. So when you get this sheet, I want you to put it to the side because we're not going to use it just yet, but we will. And then I need you to get 3 different color highlighters. It can be any color. And if you don't have highlighters, you can use colored pencils or markers. You're also going to need a pencil. All right, so if you would put those things to the side and put your eyes up on your computer screen. So I need your thinking caps on, and I need your listening ears and your attention because this lesson is going to be a little long. However, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of review. Now, before we left for spring vacation, we had just learned all types of sentences. We talked about declarative sentences that end in a period. We talked about interrogative sentences that end in a question mark. We talked about exclamatory sentences that show action and end or have a lot of emotion, and they end in an exclamation point. Now, we also talked about how a sentence has 2 parts. It has the naming part and it has a telling part. Who or what the sentence is about is the naming part, and the telling part is what the person or the thing that we're talking about is doing. Now, in your grammar books, we had talked about the parts of a sentence. If you look on the pink strip, this should be a review for you girls. We talked about what a noun is. And we know that a noun is a person, it can be a place, or thing. Okay, so you remember that? Good. So we know that nouns can be a person, a place, or a thing. So what I want us to do first is I'm going to show you a flashcard on your computer screen, and I want you to help me categorize these words and put them either under the word person, place, or thing as a review. So the first word that you're going to see is beach. Now we ask ourselves, is beach a person? No. Is it a place? Absolutely, it's a place where we can take a vacation. So we're going to place the word beach under place. What about the word cat? Is cat a person, a place, or a thing? That's right, a cat is a thing. What about the word teacher? Is a teacher a person, place, or thing? That's right, a teacher is a person. Okay, let's do a few more. What about the word pool? Like you're swimming in a pool. Is that a person, a place, or a thing? Exactly, it's a place. Now, it also could be a thing as well. So it could really go in either category, but we'll go ahead and put it underneath the place. The next word is sun, as in the sun is bright in the sky. Is the word sun a person, a place, or is it a thing? That's right, it's a thing. What about this word? Sister. Sister. Is a sister a person, a place, or a thing? You're exactly right. It's a person. So we know that words that are a person, place, or thing are called nouns. And they normally or usually come in the naming part of our sentence, but they can also come at the end of a sentence depending on how they're used. So that's our quick review for what a noun is. The second review that I want to do is review this part of speech. Remember, this is kind of a little wrinkled, sorry about that. Before spring break, we talked about a verb, what a verb is. And if you remember correctly, a verb is an action word. It's an action word. So let's talk a little bit about some of the action words that Miss Pam is going to show you. Action words are words that are in the telling part of the sentence. So if I gave you this word, flew, as in the bird flew in the sky, what action is the bird doing? That's right, flew. So that would be your verb. What about this one? The word barked. The dog barked loudly. What did the dog do? It barked. That's right. So your action word would be barked. Shines. Shines. That can also be an action word. The sun shines brightly. We'll do a couple more. This word is pronounced bounced. The ball bounced down the driveway. What did the ball do? It bounced. That is also an action word. And let's do one more. Ooh, I like this one. Grows. The flower grows quickly in the summer. So the word grows is going to be an example of a verb. Our action words. Let's read those together. Grows, flew, shines, barked, and bounced. So anytime a word that shows action, we know that it is a verb. Now, this is actually going to be something new that is also a part of speech that we find in a sentence sometimes. Now, every sentence that's complete is going to have a noun and a verb because the noun is in the naming part and the verb is in the telling part. I was hoping, and I had this actually planned for us right before school was out, and I was going to introduce this word to you. Now this word is pronounced adjective. Can you say that with me? Adjective. Now an adjective is a type of word that describes a noun. An adjective describes a noun. That means you're going to tell more about the person, place, or a thing. Now, I'm going to get our nouns back out that we talked about. And we're going to come up with some adjectives that describe our nouns. Okay, so here's our nouns. We have the word son, sister, and teacher. Let me move those up just a little bit. Make sure you can see all of them. Son, sister, and teacher. Now we know that the son is a noun because it's a thing, and sister and teacher are people. So these are nouns. Now, if we wanted to put an adjective before the noun, the adjective is going to tell more about the noun. So I'm going to show you this adjective, and the word is kind. So if somebody is kind, they are nice, right? Those mean the same thing. So if we wanted to describe our teacher, you could say a kind teacher. What type of teacher is she? Kind. Kind is your adjective. What about the word nice? Nice. If you're kind and nice, friendly, all of those words could describe your sister. The word nice is an adjective that describes sister. All right, let's do one more. This word is beautiful. You say that with me? Beautiful. The word beautiful can be used as an adjective to the noun sun. The beautiful sun is shining in the sky. So adjectives, Emma and Emma K, are words that describe or tell more about a noun. And a noun is a person, place, or thing. So let's go over our adjectives and nouns one more time. You ready? Here we go. Beautiful, sun. Nice, sister. Kind, teacher. All right, very good. Adjectives are great for when you are writing sentences because they describe nouns that gives your reader a better picture and image in your mind when you have describing words. All right, so now I would like for you girls to go ahead and get out your worksheet. And if you would, go ahead and put your name at the very top. Don't worry about the date. And then I want you to go ahead and choose 3 highlighters. Now, I'm going to do part of this with you to get you started, and then you may finish it independently on your own. So the first thing I want you to see or to look at, and you can look at your paper or your computer screen, is the title of our assignment. It says find and graph nouns, verbs, and adjectives. So it's kind of like the assignment we did last week when we were identifying all of those 4 different sight words and then we graphed them. Okay, so this is a little like that as well, only we don't have the tally mark portion. So the directions say read and graph, but you're actually going to write the words into the correct column. Okay, so before we begin reading our words, I want you to take a little bit of time and look down here at your graph. Now, our graph this week is divided up into 3 parts. It's divided up into nouns, verbs, and on this little square it says ADJ. That's an abbreviation for your adjectives, okay? I'm not really sure why that printed out like that. So depending on how many adjectives we have, we might have to write over that, and that is perfectly okay. So we are going to be making a graph with our nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Only we won't be coloring them, we're going to be writing them. All right, so before we start, let's take a minute and read over our words together. So Miss Pam is going to point to a word, and I want you to try to find it on your sheet. I'm trying to make this a little bit bigger so that we can go over them together. So you can look at the computer screen and see which one I'm pointing to, and I want you to point to the word on your paper. What word is that? We just had it. That's right, teacher. What about this word? Can you pronounce that one? It's got a blend of PR, pretty, pretty. Okay, now I'm going to go over here to the side where it says house, house. What about this one? Ooh, it looks like one of our spelling words. It rhymes with one of our spelling words. That's right, look. Look rhymes with took. What about this little word over here? It's something that you have in your classroom. Desk, desk. What about this word? Tall, tall. And then we have sleep. Oh, look, EEP. That's our special sound for the week. It's not sheep, but this one is sleep. All right, let's look at this where Miss Pam's pointing to. Can you say skip? Skip. Good job. You should know this one. It's a color word. That's right, brown. Brown. And this one is store, as in you're going to the grocery store. All right, we have a few more. Hang in there, you're doing great. What about this word? This is something that shows action. Jump, jump. You know what this one is, don't you? That's right, girl. What about this word? Fast. And over here we have open, as in open the door. All right, we have a few more. Can you find this one on your sheet? Let's say it together. Ball, ball. Long. Can you say long? Excellent. Find, find. And that's an easy peasy one. Big, big. All right, we have 3 more I want to go over really quickly. The last one on this row here, or the first one on this row is nice. Then we have run and pencil. All right, so let's read over those one more time. I'll point to the word and I'm just going to go straight across. Here we go. Say 'em with Miss Pam. Teacher, pretty, house, look, desk, tall, sleep, skip, brown, store, jump, girl, fast, open, ball, long, find, nice, run, and pencil. All right, so we have a lot of words that we have to determine whether or not they're a noun, which is a person, place, or thing, or is the word a verb or an adjective. Now remember, nouns are a person, place, or thing. Verbs are words that show action. It's what the person or thing is doing. Okay? Every complete sentence has a noun and a verb. Adjective is the new part of speech that you girls learned today. An adjective describes the noun. It tells more about it. All right, so here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd like for you to go ahead and get out your 3 highlighters. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to highlight all of our nouns in the same color. So I'm going to use my pink highlighter, and we're going to go through our list of words again, and we're going to determine if that word is a noun, a verb, or an adjective. And if it is a noun, we're going to highlight it in the same color. Okay, so we'll be doing this together. Now we're not going to write anything, we're just going to do the highlighting portion. So let's take our first word, which is teacher. Now, the word teacher, would that be a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Well, we need to ask ourselves, is a teacher a person? She sure is, so a person is a what? A noun. Very good. So let's go ahead and highlight the word teacher. Okay. Let's go to the next word. Pretty. Now, is a word pretty a person, a place, or a thing? No, it's not a noun, so we're not going to highlight that one. We're going to leave it alone. Okay, let's look at this one that Miss Pam's pointing to. The word house. Is that a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Well, is a house, does it show action? It wouldn't be a verb, but a house is a place, right? So if it's a place, it's a noun. So let's go ahead and highlight the word house, because it is a noun. All right, let's see if we can find some more nouns on our paper. Remember, we're looking for a word that is a person, a place, or a thing. I think Miss Pam found another noun. It starts with the letter D. Desk. That's right. Is a desk a person, a place, or a thing? Exactly. It's a thing. So we're going to highlight the word desk in the same color that you highlighted teacher and house because they are nouns. Let's see if we can find another noun. We're looking for a person, a place, or a thing. Oh, I found another one. Did you find this one? The word store. Let's go ahead and highlight the word store because it's a place. So it would be highlighted in the same color as teacher, house, desk, or store. All right, I think there are 2 more nouns. I'm going to see if you can find the noun, and I'm going to give you a hint. It's a person. See if you can find the word on there that is a person. Did you find it? If you did, thumbs up for you. The word girl is a noun. It's a person. All right, let's see if you can find another noun. I'll give you a hint. I see 2 nouns. They're not a person, they're not a place, but they are a thing. It's something that you can bounce and play with. Did you find the word ball? Excellent. Let's go ahead and highlight that. And our last noun is something that you write with. I think I see it. Pencil. That's right. We write with a pencil. So we have found all of our words that are nouns. Now, I'm going to put my pink highlighter down because I'm going to look up at the screen or your paper, it's whatever you want to do, and let's read over our words that are highlighted in pink. Here we go. Teacher, house, desk, store, girl, ball, and pencil. All of those are nouns. And okay, actually I do want you to pick that same color highlighter up. I'm sorry, Miss Pam told you to put it up. What I want you to do is look down here at your graph, and where it says nouns, I want you to highlight that whole rectangle in pink. Oh, well, I don't know what color you use, but I'm going to do mine in pink because that's what I highlighted my words in. You may have used a different color, but that's going to help remind us that when we're going to write all of our nouns in these rectangles, they are going to be this color or whatever color you used. All right, now go ahead and choose a different color highlighter. Miss Pam's going to choose yellow. And what I'd like for you to do is go ahead and highlight this rectangle at the bottom where you see the word verbs. So all the words that we see up here that are verbs, Miss Pam's going to highlight in yellow. Again, you may have chosen a different color. Now remember, verbs are action words. They tell what someone is doing. Usually you think of an action word as somebody that is moving. Okay, so like if you saw somebody running down the street or jumping rope, running and jumping would be the verb, the action word. They're doing something. So let's look and see if we can find some verbs. You ready to be good detectives? I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. You girls are doing great. All right, so we see the word. Miss Pam's gonna point to it. You point to it as well. Look. Now, would that be a verb, an action word? Yes, it would be, because your eyes would be the noun and they would be to look for something. You can also think of it as somebody walking around the room, maybe looking under their bed or in their closet for something. So you would actually be showing an action. So look is a verb. Underneath the word look, we see the word what? Skip. Skip. And a lot of times I see you skip rope or skip at playtime. So are you showing an action? Yes, you are. So the word skip is also a verb. And what do you know? Right underneath the word skip, we have the word jump. And that is definitely a verb. It shows action as well. All right, now I'm going to see if you can find another action word on your paper. Now remember, it's not highlighted yet. See if you can find a word that shows action. Ooh, I see one. It's something that you all like to do at playtime. Run. So let's go ahead and highlight the word run. Now you may have found another verb as well, because there actually are a few more verbs. What about the word nice? Does that show action? No, that actually is describing something. So that's going to be an adjective. Remember, we're looking for action words. Oh, I see one. What do you do when you want to go out of your room? What do? You have to open the door. So let's go ahead and highlight the word open. Think about taking your hand, putting it on the doorknob, and opening the door. That's an action word. Now there are two more. What about when you lose something and you're looking for it, and then you what? You find it. Find is another verb. Now there's one more verb. It's something we do at night. Our bodies are resting, but it's still a type of action. That's right, sleep. So we have our verbs all highlighted. All right, so let's get our third highlighter out. All right, I'm gonna zoom out. Hang in there, girls, you're doing great. I know we're getting into almost 30 minutes. It's just like real school. Over here, I want you to highlight that entire rectangle at the bottom with a different color, because this is going to where we write our adjectives. Now remember, adjectives are words that tell more about a noun. They describe something. Okay, so the words that we have left are adjectives. So let's look at our words together. This first word up here is pretty. So let's go ahead and highlight that one. And we know that the word pretty is telling more about something or someone. For example, the pretty flower is blooming. The pretty princess lives in a castle. So pretty is describing the flower or the princess. Okay, let's look at this word. Tall. Tall is a describing word. For example, it would describe a building. The tall building, or it could be a basketball player. The tall basketball player made many points. So tall is an adjective. It's a describing word. The next one I want you to highlight is brown. That's a great describing word because it tells us what color something is. All right, the one underneath brown is fast. That's also a describing word. The fast cheetah ran at the zoo. All right, let's go ahead and highlight the word long. That's describing something as well. It could describe the noun hair. Your hair is a thing. So you could use it as in, my long hair is easy to braid. Or the long rope was used at recess. All right, we have two more words that need to be highlighted. Let's go ahead and highlight the word nice. And we've talked about that being an adjective because it can describe a friend or a family member or a person or even an animal. For example, the nice waitress brought me my food. Or the nice kitty purred in my lap. And then our last word, that's an adjective that we're going to highlight, is big. Big is a describing word as well. Think of something that's big. Ooh, I thought of something. What did you think of? I was thinking of the ocean. The big ocean looks wonderful to swim in. Or what else would be something that was big? What about this? The princess lived in a big castle. Big is describing the noun castle. A castle would be a place. All right, girls, so here's the part that you're going to finish on your own. I'm going to kind of pull this out. Well, I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. All right, so here's what you girls are going to do independently. Down here where you have highlighted the word nouns, you're actually going to write all of the words that are nouns in this graph. And then you are going to write all of your verbs in this part of your graph, and then your adjectives. So I'm going to do one with you. So the first word that I see is teacher. We know that teacher is a person, so I'm going to write it very neatly in the rectangle. And then I'm going to choose a verb. my verbs were highlighted in yellow, and they are action words. So I'm going to choose the word look. Now you don't have to put yours in the same order as Miss Pam. I'm just doing a few with you. And then my adjectives I highlighted in orange. So I'm going to find a describing word. Big. So what you girls are going to do is you're going to graph and sort your parts of speech. They're either going to be nouns, verbs, or adjectives. And I know you girls are going to be able to do the rest on your own. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I know that was a little bit longer lesson than you're used to, probably at home, but I know you girls can do it. And I hope you all have a great rest of the day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.